Hey guys, welcome to FPS Intel, your trusted channel. Today we've got a really interesting video because we have leaks about Call of Duty 2026. And yes guys, you're gonna be blown away by what I explain in this video because they've even talked officially about the next Call of Duty. Watch the whole video, I'll break it all down for you. First of all, you should know that Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is free to play starting today until Monday, December 22nd. It's a completely free trial that is readily available on all major platforms. And they've also officially announced that the game is currently 30% off on every single platform. This is because, as we already know, the game was tanking in sales. It didn't sell as much as they needed. Honestly, I'm glad, because in the end, they sold the game at full price when it's basically just a DLC. And in case anyone's interested in the fact that it's free, you can download it and try it out until next Monday. I'm just saying, in case anyone cares. Now, let's get into the news about Call of Duty 2026. Let's get into it, because in the last few days, the Ghost of Hope posted the news that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, the Call of Duty coming out next year, developed by Infinity Ward, according to leaks, seems to be a game that's completely identical to Modern Warfare 2 from 2022. Remember that in this modern era, Infinity Ward ended up adding tactical sprint to this game, replaced UAVs with SATCOMs, there were no red dots on the minimap, no dead silence perk, there were doors, perks would change during the match, there was skill-based matchmaking, we also had a seasonal prestige system, where your prestige would reset every season. The time to kill was super fast, all the weapon attachments were terrible, and made your gun aim super slow. The movement was awful. The weapon recoil was insane and uncontrollable. Well, all of this is what Modern Warfare 2 2022 had. If you don't remember, this game is also the best-selling Call of Duty in the history of Call of Duty. Not because the game is the best, but because it's called Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. This was the leak that the Ghost of Hope released about Call of Duty 2026, about the Call of Duty that Infinity Ward has made for next year. So Infinity Ward had to come out officially and say that this isn't true, that it's a lie. And in this statement, they end by saying happy holidays to everyone, that they hope we have a great Christmas, and that they're also looking forward to talking very soon. The tweet ended by confirming the following: "Don't believe everything you read on the internet. See you in 2026. In other words, the official Infinity Ward Twitter account had to come out and debunk the Ghost of Hope Twitter account. The fact that a multi-million-dollar company has to do this just to try to make it clear that what's being said on Twitter isn't reality seems absolutely wild to me. And not only that, but it also seems disrespectful. Remember that just a month ago, Black Ops 7 came out, and Black Ops 7 hasn't sold at all. They had to make it free today. They had to remove, according to them, skill-based matchmaking. They had to discount the game by 30% in all stores, just so someone would end up buying Call of Duty Black Ops 7. And right now, just as rumors are starting to spread about next year's Call of Duty, they start denying it, saying, no, don't believe what the Ghost of Hope is saying, he's a liar. This isn't the reality. Call of Duty 2026 is saved. It's the best Call of Duty we're ever gonna have. First of all, I think it's disrespectful that they have to put this out just to deny the Ghost of Hope, because if you have a good game and you really think your game is up to par, you don't need to post a tweet. And secondly, I think it's disrespectful to the people at Treyarch who just released their game. It's true that it's not doing well, but I still think it's disrespectful to already start saying that very soon we're going to start talking about the game we have for 2026. Next year, GTA 6 is coming out. It's being leaked that the game isn't good. What are you trying to do, Infinity Ward? What are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to do by denying a random Twitter account? What are you trying to do by saying that very soon we're going to start talking about this game when Call of Duty Black Ops 7 just came out a month ago? What a lack of respect towards your colleagues, towards the other studio, towards Treyarch. And what a complete mess. But wait, this isn't the end of it, because the Ghost of Hope also ended up responding back to what Infinity Ward ended up saying. And it was precisely at the Call of Duty Next event in 2022 when they ended up presenting Modern Warfare 2. In that interview, at that event, they ended up saying the following about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Listen.
There is so much. This game has just so much content. It's got something for everyone, and it's really been the result of 3 years of hard work at IW and our partners across all of the Activision studios. And so much of that work started with you guys at home, the community, the fans, our creators here, and that conversation and feedback from 2019 is really been a core piece of what Modern Warfare 2 is.
During the same Call of Duty Next broadcast, they ended up saying that Modern Warfare 2 was the most complete game, that they had listened to the community, and that it was going to be the game with the most content in history. And this was officially stated during the official Call of Duty Next broadcast. And all of this was a lie. It wasn't true. And now they end up saying, hey, don't believe everything you read on the internet. Well, no, if you want, I'll believe what you tell me at a conference or what you say at an official event, which then turns out to be the complete opposite of reality, because the truth is that everything you say in this clip is not what Modern Warfare 2 2022 actually ended up having. It was the complete opposite. They ended up lying to us publicly. They told us at that conference that Modern Warfare 2 was incredible, and then the game turned out to be the worst Call of Duty in recent years, and surprisingly, the best-selling one. What's the point of trying to defend themselves on Twitter? Don't you trust the game you're making? Don't you believe you can actually make a game worthy of what the Call of Duty community deserves? Like you always say in those statements you end up releasing? Because if that were true, you wouldn't end up posting a tweet just to defend yourself. Finally, the Ghosts of Hope ended up adding that yes, he has been leaking a ton of information for many years, and of course some of that information has been real, while other information hasn't been as accurate as what was leaked, and didn't end up in the game. But he doesn't just say things for the sake of it. He's not posting this just to get some clicks or likes, but because his reputation as a Call of Duty leaker has been built over the years, and he's not gonna throw it away just to say a few silly things about this year's Call of Duty. What's your opinion? Do you think Infinity Ward will be able to save the franchise, as Activision is also claiming? That this year, 2026, marks the beginning of a new era for Call of Duty. We already know what happened in 2022 when they ended up saying it was the new era of Call of Duty. We know what happened. They lied to us, promised a new graphics engine, and all of that was just so they could take away our skins from our game, which is something that's going to end up happening again next year. Either way, the situation with Call of Duty is pretty disastrous. We've seen it with Black Ops 7, which they had to make free, and the fact that they already have to start hyping up the 2026 Call of Duty says a lot about what we can expect next year. I'd like to know your opinions in the comments. This has been FPS Intel. See you next time, right back here.